Hi everyone, Great Power 60 here. I'm having a cup of tea. I thought I'd come on here today. I had two of the most glorious crafting days I have had in a long time. I felt like I was accomplishing, I was learning, I was doing, yeah. And then today, I have never felt so inadequate and so frustrated than I did today. I was making a master car, a master board, a master sheet, whatever you want to call it, master board. And the idea was beautiful, and it didn't work out the way I wanted it to. And then I tried tags. They turned out beautiful until I had to decorate them. And then my mind, like, like, what's going on up here? I know how to decorate, sort of, I think. Oh my goodness. So I decided to take a break and walk away. I have a feeling part of the problem, because it doesn't make up for yesterday and the day before, because those 2 days I just nailed it when it came to creating and doing, and it was like, and then today it was like, oh my goodness. I don't know if you've ever had one of those days, but I had the day and I thought, oh my gosh, I can do some filming, I can get some creativeness done. And I went in my room and I had all this motivation, and then I started downhill from there. It was like I was on skis and I was going down that slope, and there was no way, unless I fell, that I was going to make it to the bottom. I don't know. It was just one of those days, and I thought, you know what? I think I'm going to leave it alone for a day or two, unless I come up with something. I don't know. I think sometimes we want to try so many things and we forget the basics, and I think that's what I need to do, is get down to basics. I had a sheet. I had a 12 by 12, very thick, great looking paper, and I thought, wow, this will make great background for tags, for journal cards, and whatever's left over, little pieces. You can always make little tuck spots and stuff. And it was beautiful, and I inked all the edges and distressed it, and they're gorgeous, and I love them. And then I sat there and I pulled out everything that I thought I might need to decorate, and I came up blank, totally blank. And I think it's because there's too much going on in here. For one thing, I made an absolute mess, absolute horror for this week's prompt for my hashtag artisan journal prompt 2024. The prompt is birds, and I screwed it up so badly. I had one idea, and you know how I'm trying to do in my videos for that hashtag. I'm trying to introduce it and then show my thinking process just a little bit, not the whole thing, the whole how I started at the beginning, but just ideas. trying to come up with ideas. And I had a couple of really good ideas. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong spot here. Habit of my phone. And that, and then it just went away. It just, the ideas that I had, I couldn't take from my brain and put it on paper, which I've talked about before. Look up there. Anyway, so I went on with it, and I collaged it, and I made an absolute mess of it. And all it took was one piece of paper to screw up the whole thing. And it was my focal point. And I had put it in the wrong place. I hadn't meant to, because I had the papers all set up. And no matter how I tried to fix it, you would look at that focal point. Now, you usually try and keep it in the middle. This was way off in the corner. So that was 4 days ago, I think. I can't remember now. It was a while ago. Anyway, I'm not even sure when this video is going to go up. I'm just so frustrated. And I left it. And one day I didn't do anything. I had shopping to do. I had to pick up my son from work, blah, 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 blah. I did things. Cleaned up the kitchen, did all kinds of things, washed the floor, stuff. Just things other than crafting to kind of, and it worked, because then for the next 2 days, I was just rocking it. It was perfect. Everything that I did was just wonderful. I loved it. Well, for me, you know. And I was enjoying it and having fun with it. So I had to go out and pick up my son from work and drive him home. And I was going to go out, and I said, no, I think I'll go home and do some crafting. So I came home, went in my craft room, took out a few things, videotaped horrible videos, horrible. No matter what I did, no matter how I tried to get what was in here down on paper, was not working. I wonder how many of you have that. Do you get those kind of block days where it's like, doesn't matter what you touch, it's a mess? It's just a mess? Well, here's to that day, because that was my day today. I keep a little notebook beside me here for when I'm watching things, or if I see a comment and there's something that, you know, one of my viewers, whoever you are, happen to mention something and it sparks something, I'll write it down. Yeah, I went looking through my book thinking, okay, maybe I need a little inspiration here. And then I thought, well, come on now, you know. I was talking about experimenting this year with the hope for the year. Kind of had a bit of a, I think this morning I had a little bit of a teary moment, you know, thinking of Mom. And I think that was playing on my mind, you know. When we go through the grieving process, no matter who it is we're grieving for, there comes a point where we have to get on with our life and we have to do blah, blah, blah. And, you know, so many people give us advice that shouldn't. But anyway, and then there are those that help us a lot, which is great. But as time goes by, there's always going to be a moment when overwhelming emotions come up. And I think that maybe I don't think I was trying to subdue that, because I had a good cry. I talked to Mom, things like that. And then I went out, you know, it was beautiful this morning. Sun was shining, everything. Right now it's cloudy again. It rained yesterday. So, can't be the rain that's causing all this yuck, because it was raining yesterday and I had like just a rock star day of creating, and it was beautiful and I loved it, and you know, kind of have you on a high. And then of course, for some reason this morning, I talk to Mom every day. Good morning, Mom, and this is what I'm going to do today, and it's my way of coping. And yeah, and then I went out, and everything was fine. I had a good time, good talk with my son. You know, I had to go pick up some milk and some pop and soda for my American friends. I don't know. I came home with ambition, and I'm thinking I can do 3 videos today because I have this project, and this project to do. And I thought, no, I'm only going to do one. I'm just going to do one video today. And I started filming and creating, and it was a disaster. It was horrible, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, why did it, So I put it away. I turned off, I left everything. I turned off all the lights, walked out and came in here, and I thought, oh, I think I'll go on and chat with you guys and say, okay, is there anybody else out there? Am I the only one? No, I don't think so. I think we all have good and bad days when it comes to our crafting. And it was just one of those days. But it's just, I think I put too much pressure on myself, and sometimes too much perfection. And yeah, so that was my day. And I thought, I'm closing the door. I don't close the door in there, but I'm closing the door on crafting today, and I'm just going to come sit and chat with you guys. And of course, I'm whining. I'm whining and complaining. Oh gosh. Yeah, it was one of those days. And so I think because I have got so much on my plate right now, I mean, I've really got a lot on my plate right now. I think that I am taking on a little bit too many projects, and I really have to cut back. So I've decided to take Sundays off. Sunday off. I'm not doing anything on. I didn't do anything last Sunday at all. I'm sorry, Thelma, I didn't put up a video. I need at least that one day a week where I am not committed to do anything. I try and videotape a couple of videos ahead so that it, if I get sick, or like today, have like a monster of a horrible crafty day, that I have videos to cover that. And I do right now. I do have videos to cover that, although I'm going to probably put this up as a second video for today. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. I may put this up on Saturday. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know what I'm doing. I can't even make up my mind. So I think when it comes to days like this, it's best to sit down and watch I watched a great series of I don't know what they were. There was only three episodes, but it was really interesting. It was about a woman, I can't remember the name of it now, Postcards on Netflix. It was about a Nigerian woman, beautiful dresses, beautiful, oh my gosh, colors. They have the colors and the costumes. I mean, they're not costumes, they're their clothing, but I call them costumes because they're beautiful. And it's all about this woman who goes to India to have an operation, and her son hasn't really been involved with her as much as he should. Slap. and her brother has got his own issues, kind of punishing himself for losing a love of his life like 3 decades earlier, and how it all came together where they at the end of it. But it was good. It was good, and I think that's what I need. I think I need something like that to watch right now. Something that's just fun and frivolous and colorful, and I don't know. Do you know something? And I was just thinking of it this very second when I said, just frivolous, just thinking, I remember when I was crafting in the living room when Mom was alive, when Mom was here. And we used to watch a lot of, I'm looking in the wrong spot. See, it's my phone. When I have my phone, I'm using my iMac. You have to look in that corner. Yeah. So when it's on, you have to look at a certain place, not in the middle and not at yourself, but up there. And it's been a habit. But on my iMac, it's right up there. So maybe what I should do, just for fun, it's not going to affect you guys. Okay, I've moved my viewing of myself over so that when I do look at that corner, I'm actually looking at you. I'm telling you, the habits, the things. Anyway, what I was going to say was when Mom was here and I was crafting a little bit in the living room, we would sit down and watch Christmas movies a lot. And I would get some great Christmas crafting ideas from all that color and all that sparkle and stuff. And I think I need something like that right now. I need some sparkle. I need something. But right now, I mean, not right now, but the next time I go into my craft room, I'm going to need some sparkle. I'm going to need something. Yeah. It's like all of a sudden I didn't know how to decorate a tag. A simple tag. I could have left it just the way it is and not even decorate it because it was the background was beautiful. Yeah, so enough whining and complaining. But that was my day. So I think what I'm going to do, it's 7 o'clock at night. It's actually after 7 o'clock. I think I am going to, and I haven't even had supper yet. I just went in my craft room at what, 3:30 after I dropped my son off, 3 or 4 o'clock, 4:30, and I went in there and total disaster. So I think I need a break. I think I need to watch some comedy, some fun stuff. So I think I'm going to grab a quick bite to eat, something light for supper, and I think I'm going to get undressed, relax on my bed, put Netflix on, and just melt away the crafty witch that's been haunting me. Oh my gosh, guys. You know what I noticed? I've been doing a heck of a lot of whining lately. I mean, I call it whining. I call it whining when anybody complains. Anybody complains. Now, you probably didn't hear that, but my stomach just growled. So it's obvious that I'm really missing my supper. So I'm going to let you go. Let me know in the comments below. What do you do when you have a crafty disaster day and you just want to close that door? What do? Do you go have a bubble bath? I remember having bubble baths and a glass of wine. I used to, when I was writing, many years ago, when I was writing short stories and stuff like that, I would have a glass of wine and I would have a plate of fruit and cheese and crackers and and I would lay in a bubble bath, and after my bubble bath, I would go back into my on my desk, and I would do some more writing. I loved it. Whatever happened to that girl? Whatever happened to her? You know, maybe I should do that. I haven't had wine. Oh my God. I don't think I've had wine in the house since Mom moved 8 or 9 years. Well, I don't drink anyway, but I did enough of that in my youth. A lot of dancing, a lot of partying, a lot of drinking. Yeah, when I first started going out partying, oh, I know I'm totally off topic again. I keep going doing. When my girlfriend and I, we used to go out Thursday nights. Thursday night was our girls' night out. We tried very hard not to drink too much because hangovers on a Friday when you're really busy at work, not a good thing. But anyway, when we first started going, I used to drink Perrier. I used to drink Perrier only with a little twist of lime. Loved it. And that was my drink. And then, I don't know, started dating, started going out to dinner, started drinking, I mean, not a lot of drinking. I mean, if you go out once a week and you have a glass of wine or two, I mean, that's nothing. But I haven't had wine in the house in years. Maybe that's what's wrong. Maybe I remember I used to drink wine and write fantastic stories. So maybe I need a glass of wine to create some crafty stuff. Oh my gosh, the things I think about. Anyway, guys, I am going to go and have some supper. Thank you for listening to me whine and complain and vent. It feels good to vent. Once in a while, you need to vent. Yeah, but not to my friends. Not to you wonderful people. But I hope you get a good laugh out of this. I hope you, whatever. Another one of Grey Power 60s, just crazy videos going up. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for listening. If you're still here, oh my gosh, you could have turned it off. Yeah, you could have turned it right off. I wouldn't blame you a bit. I would not blame you one bit. Here she goes again, whining and complaining. I'm going to have to title this Whining and Complaining again. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you again next time. Bye for now.